If you guys want to learn how to play Thresh, then definitely stay tuned for this in-depth guide on the new champion Thresh. Also, he is one of the best supports in League of Legends. Like, he is super popular, insane playmaking support. So it's gonna be a very interesting video. Also, what's your guys' opinion about this new Thresh skin or the default skin? Or do you guys prefer this one? Yeah, feels bad, man. Anyways, let's hop right into it. Hey, what's up, guys? Darkbreaker here. For today's video, we are gonna buy the new champion Thresh. I'm gonna try to make a guide for you guys ASAP. Actually, we are gonna try to make a cool video out of it. So first of all, let's buy the new champion with his new default skin. Oh lord. What's your guys' opinion? I already asked you guys already, but yep. This is different for me as well. Anyways, let's start with the... I'm gonna give you the steps. What are we gonna do in this guide for Thresh? So, step 1 is gonna be item build. How do you build Thresh? What are his core items? What are items that are really useful for Thresh so you can adapt depending on the enemy team composition, depending on who you are laning against, stuff like that. And then afterwards, step number 2 is gonna be runes, spells, and then right after we're gonna hop right into the practice mode. I'm gonna show you all of his abilities. I'm gonna explain his abilities. Then we're gonna talk about the skill order. I'm gonna show some combos, and then also discuss how you have to use him in the lane. And then maybe talking about the mid game and his team fighting, how you can set up roaming gangs, how you can pick off people, and how you can engage using Thresh, and also getting your teammates right into the middle of the team fight using the lantern. Obviously, I've watched and read like so much stuff about Thresh, because this champion is like the biggest and the most popular support in the PC version. Like he has been released since, I don't know, season 2 or season 3. So yeah, this champion is like super popular, and there are so many insane pro players. For example, SKT Mata. Oh no, he wasn't SKT first, he was Samsung White Mata, something like that. Okay, anyways, enough talking about history, and let's build out. So for the boots, you wanna go with the swiftness boots or Mercury threads, but a lot of times people just go for the boots of swiftness for the movement speed and better roaming and easier picking of people using his hooks. And so if you have a lot of movement speed, you can roam across the map and try to get some plays happen. A very similar playstyle to Alistair, I would say, that you want to pick off people and try to roam and set up ganks, basically. Let's just say he has a hook. Like, I'm gonna explain the abilities right after, but he basically has a hook. He has a lantern that he can use to to pull all of his teammates into the lantern so they can jump right onto you. And then he has his fling. Oh, how do you call it? He can pull people or he can push back people. So that's a very quick summary, and the ultimate is just an AoE pentagon that can slow. Anyways, this is gonna be the boots, and then you can either go, there are so many enchantment options. You could go for redemption, for healing and vision. you could go for teleport for, I mean, for protobird for some sexy combos maybe with the hook. Or just Locket. I would say it's either gonna be Locket for the shield or Redemption for healing and Vision. I would probably go Redemption. But you could also, it's probably gonna be Locket or Redemption. And then afterwards, you go for Deadman's Plate. Like, I would build Thresh very similar to Alistair, someone who has a lot of ability haste, so he can spam his abilities more, but you also want the extra movement speed from items like Deadman's Plate, from Force of Nature, just so you can roam easier and get those picks off. Like, Thresh is a playmaking support. You're not a babysitter, you are gonna engage, or you're gonna make plays happen by using your lantern and using your hook. So, and then after Deadman's Plate gives you armor, HP, but most importantly, it gives you a lot of movement speed, and it's a great core item for support picks that want to roam. Okay. And if you guys have any questions for my item build or why I'm doing this exactly, you can obviously leave down your feedback in the comments. If you guys don't disagree, if you guys don't agree with the build, or if you guys have suggestions on how to improve it, because obviously you guys know I'm not a support main. And anyways, next item, Zeki's Convergence. Armor, magic resistance, mana, and ability haste. Very good item for supports. Harbinger, casting your ultimate surrounds you with a blizzard and ignites the nearby allies' attacks for 10 seconds. Your blizzard slows enemies by 20% and your allies' attack burn them, dealing bonus magic damage equal to 30% of the attack's damage over 2 seconds. Prioritizes highest physical ally or damage ally. Frostfire Covenant. Your blizzard ignites if it slows a burning enemy, dealing 40 magic damage per second and slowing by 40. So this item provides you also with tons of utility for your ally, and also in general giving slow effects. So that's a great item. And then afterwards, you guys, I don't know if I made the, no, you guys didn't see the video yet, but if you guys see my new jungle, like I have an ultimate jungle Camille pro guide coming up soon, probably on the weekend, so definitely don't miss it out. I'm gonna talk about the Runlin's Omen. This item is busted. It's insanely good in this current meta where everyone is building crit. You have a lot of times 2 or 3 ADCs, and Runlin's Omen is such an amazing item against ADCs because it reduces crit damage and it also reduces the attack speed of enemies by 15%. So this item is definitely a core item on any bruiser or tank right now, in my opinion. But obviously you have to do, I mean, it depends on the enemy team composition, but hey, 99% of the times you will have 2 ADCs. And if they go Senna support, they have 3 ADCs even, so very good item. And if you need magic resistance earlier, I would probably go Abyssal Mask. HP, magic resistance, mana, ability haste. Also provides bonus magic damage for your allies. If you have Gregors, Diana for example, Abyssal Mask is a great item to boost their magic damage. And also restore mana equal to 15% of damage taken. And then Runlin's Omen, and maybe for the last item you can go for, you have so many options. You can go for Varmorg's insane amount of HP. You might as well go for Force of Nature if you even need even more magic resistance, and it gives you movement speed, which is gonna be awesome for Thresh. And otherwise, who's right? I think it's Grizzly, because I asked him about the build, but he didn't answer yet, and now he's answering probably. Wait, let me check really quick. Sorry guys, I'm just curious if it's him or not. I think it's... Okay, wait. Where was the other item options? Protector's Vow. Yeah, he's literally writing the same to me. So I asked pro player Grizzly, playing for Unicorns of Love tier 1 cis region, and he pretty much agrees with me on this build. Probably maybe Force of Nature, like I said, if you need to. And then let's talk about the runes. I know, wait a second. Do you guys want to see a Thresh top lane video? Because this is a thing, using Grasp. Grasp, Thresh top lane, AD. Or maybe just tank, but AD Thresh is a thing in the top lane. If you guys want to see it, I'm gonna look up some guides on how to play AD Thresh so I can play it myself and show it to you guys. Hey, because obviously this champion is so popular. There are amazing guides out for Thresh from pro players on LoL PC. Anyways, you can go for Fleet. I think this is an option that is kinda underrated, because you can poke people while getting healed and you get movement speed, which is pretty good for Thresh laning phase to harass people and to be very aggressive. I think this is definitely an option that you could go for. Obviously also Grasp. Every time you auto attack, you're gonna heal and you're gonna do additional damage, and you also increase your HP, so definitely an option. But I would most likely go for, wait, actually you can go Font of Life as well. Okay, let's talk about Font of Life. Another option that can be viable, so for more healing. But yeah, Aftershock is probably gonna be the thing. After immobilizing an enemy champion, gain defenses and later deal a burst of magic damage around you. So when you hook someone or when you use your third ability, this is gonna be very, or actually even if you use your ultimate, very juicy to get more resistance and dealing additional damage. Because Thresh is, you're playing pretty aggressive. And then for the first row, you can go for Triumph for extra healing in team fights. You can go for Weakness, obviously. Whenever you impair someone, they are gonna take extra damage. So first row, it's gonna be those two, probably gonna go for Weakness. And then in the second row, I would go for, you could go for Conditioning for late game scaling. Not really. You could go for Second Wind for healing in the laning phase. If you're facing strong harassment in the lane, facing, for example, I don't know, Sona Varus, if that's a good example, or Lux MF, Lux Varus, like heavy poke, you could go for Second Wind. And obviously Loyalty. You gain armor and magic resistance, also your ally gains armor and magic resistance. So definitely an option in my opinion. What would I go for? Oh, you can go Bone Plate for early game. If you want to play very aggressive, you probably just go for Bone Plate. Because a lot of times Thresh players want to play very aggressive in the early game, especially level 2 and level 1. Then you can go for Bone Plating. Now, last row. I think you have 3 options. Pathfinder gives you movement speed, which can be insane with the swiftness boots for roaming, making plays. Or just Loyalty, Pack Hunter for movement speed and some extra gold. Or Sweet Tooth, extra healing. I would probably go Pathfinder. Just the Speedo Gonzalez Thresh build. Then for the spells, you have 2 options. Like I'm just gonna say, I've read the entire guide from Bunny Fufu. He is LCS player for NA, like NA pro player, very proficient on Thresh, and he did say in fact that you wanna go Ignite as a support. Ignite. Why Ignite? Because you want to play hyper aggressive in the early game. and make kills happen. Obviously, you could go for exhaust if needed against, I don't know, very aggressive assassins that could one-shot your ADC, then you can exhaust on them. Or obviously you can just go for healing. And then your ADC just goes for barrier. Or ignite, level 2 playmaking potential. Bone plating ignite. If you don't go ignite, then you don't go bone plating. Then you maybe go for conditioning or loyalty. And then you just go for heal. Okay, anyways, that's gonna be it for the items, runes, and spells. Let's hop right into the practice mode. Oh no! Oh. Oops. Satch. Practice. Oui. Okay, let's hop right into it. I'm gonna talk about all of his abilities, and then I'm gonna explain to you guys also some combos, some tips on how to use Thresh correctly. Let's see. Keep in mind, I probably missed something, and if I did, then yeah, happens. Hope you guys can correct me and just write it down in the comments if I missed something. And okay, let's go into the lane. I mean, to the river, where I'm always doing, yeah, my ability showcase. Anyways, enemy dummy. And let's talk about the abilities. So for the passive, you have Damnation. Thresh can harvest the souls of enemies that die near him, each soul permanently granting him 1.5 armor and ability power. So this passive is really good for Thresh. In like, I mean, you need a lot of time before it gets useful, but in the late game this can be insane because you get so much armor and ability power. Death Sentence. I think he is mostly known for this ability because it's such an insane playmaking ability. Throws out his Skith, stunning the first unit hit and pulling them in for 1.5 seconds. This Skith does 130 magic damage and grants true sight. So when you use it in the bush and hit someone, you're gonna get vision. Recast dashes to the bound enemy. Cooldown is reduced by 3 seconds if it hits an enemy. Let's look at the stats. You can lower it to 10 seconds and it also increases in base damage. So, you can hit and they are slowly getting pulled towards you. Or you hit and then you pull yourself towards them. If you recast your Q, you can pull yourself. Let's move this one a little bit back, because it's slightly too far out because I pulled him. Okay, now like this. Okay. Second ability is gonna be the Lantern. You can throw a lantern to a target location, allowing an ally to tap the minion button to dash to Thresh. The Lantern also grants, oh remember, press the minion button. The Lantern also grants a shield to Thresh and the first ally comes near it, absorbing up to 100 damage, plus soul, scales with soul. The shield amount scales up and the cooldown is gonna get lowered. So how does it look like? You throw a lantern, they can press on it, and then they can jump forward towards you. I can give you already a few tips for this ability in the laning phase. Let's say you're trading with them, you can use your lantern like this to get your jungler to join the fight. Or you can bait people pretending, oh my god, the jungler is gonna come, and then you just keep auto-attacking and trade, and the others are like, oh my god, we have to run away, but you're just literally baiting them, because people will think, oh my god, the jungler is gonna follow with this. And another thing you can do is, the moment they come with you, you can flash, and then the person is gonna follow you to the flash right on top of the enemy. So let's say I'm gonna put here an enemy. I'm gonna use my lantern. He's gonna put the he's gonna use the lantern, and then I'm gonna flash right on top of him, and the person taking the lantern is gonna come right on top of the enemy. So that's how you can use the second ability. Like this would be the combo. Like you put your you hook someone, you put your lantern, and then you cast yourself towards them. But obviously the third ability is going to be key as well. Let me get this one a bit back so I can show it to you guys. The Flay, oh that's the name. The Flay. Passive. Basic attack deals additional magic damage. Awesome. This is gonna be so amazing on Thresh. The Flay ability. Because it's gonna boost his level 1 so much if you get this first as your first ability. Because you basically have an ability and the passive immediately at level 1. Basic attack deals additional magic damage based on how long since he last attacked. Activate. Thresh whips his chains. Sorry, it's literally 2 AM, so if I say something wrong, it's because it's 2 AM. Thresh whips his chains, pulling or pushing enemies in the direction of the swing. Enemies hit are also slowed by 25 seconds. So, if you do it in this direction, they're gonna get pushed back. But if you do it in this direction, the other way, they're gonna get pulled in. So, and also the auto attacks are gonna do additional damage, which is gonna be awesome at level 1 when you want to trade. You have your third ability, you use the auto attack and you fling immediately, and then you just keep auto attacking. And I guarantee you, you are gonna win the early trades and you can play very aggressive using Thresh like this. Just auto attack, swing, flay, and then just keep auto attacking. Like basically, you want to play very aggressive using your auto attacks to harass the opponent in the early game. So how does the standard combo look like? You can use your first ability, and during the cast, you can already use the fling. Actually, I should use it the other way. Okay, oops. You recast, and while you are flying towards, like you use your hook shot or your hook, and while you're flying to them, you can use in the air. You can use your fling to pull them, but you obviously have to use it in this direction to pull them in. So how does the max combo look like? Let's say I'm gonna hook. It's gonna be hook, ultimate, and then you fling them into the ultimate. This way, you are gonna guarantee maximum amount of damage with Thresh, because they are gonna get hooked and stunned, and while they're getting stunned, you use your ultimate, and they get close enough so you can use your fling like this towards the ultimate. Let me show you to you guys, and let's hope I'm not gonna use it wrong. Almost correctly, but you guys get what I mean. And you hook them right into it, and in the ultimate, they will get slowed. I didn't talk about the ultimate yet. The ultimate creates a box, a prison, where they are getting slowed when they are gonna get outside of this path. Like each path is gonna slow them when they are getting out of it. So if you use your ultimate after your fling, for example, like you hook them, you fling them, and then you use your ultimate, they can flash out without getting slowed. But if you set up your ultimate like this, and then you fling them in, they are gonna get slowed 100%. So this way you can guarantee the maximum amount of damage and the maximum amount of wait, let me disable him. The maximum amount of crowd control. What else? Let me think, what else did I miss? What I can do? Oh, usually you wanna auto attack fling, and then you use your hook shot. Sometimes depends. If you're like in a close range, the scenario you use auto fling and then you hook shot. If it's 1 versus 1, but you're most likely not gonna be 1 versus 1. Most likely you're gonna do this. Multitasking. I put my lantern, I'm gonna hook, I use my ultimate, and then I'm gonna use this. Or obviously, like I said, hook shot, dash, and then fling. Or the other way is better, usually. Hook shot, boom, and then the other way they're gonna get pushed back and the others can collapse on him. Wait, let me think if I missed something. Let me see if I missed something. Hopefully I didn't miss any combos or something. I'm gonna look up my notepads because I wrote down all the combos. So I'm just gonna check if I missed any combo. Oh, the flash hook! Oh, the most common play, the flash hook. Look, this is the range normally. And you can do this. You use your hook, and then you flash. But this is kind of tricky. The best way to use it, if they are close to walls. If they are close to walls, and they're probably gonna run this way. Like, if they're close to walls, it's kind of easy to predict where they're gonna run to. Like, he's more likely gonna use this way, trying to escape. So if I'm in this position, I'm just gonna go straight forward and hit very easily. It would land like here. So if they're in a tight pathing, or if they're trying to run away from you in the jungle, it's very easy to hit your hook flash. So probably use it hook flash, Q, E. Well, this way you could use it obviously. So you can use the ultimate afterwards, but usually if you want to do the max combo, like I said, it's better to use the ultimate right after Q or the first ability. So Q, ultimate, and then fling them right into it. Obviously you need to do it quicker than I'm showing it to you guys. So I think that's mostly about his combos. Maybe I missed something. Otherwise, let's talk about the laning phase. How you play the laning phase, how you play him in the mid game and late game. So in the early game, like I said, you want to play level 1 very, very aggressive. Like, you sit here, for example, or you sit here, they're gonna come. Auto attack, and then you fling. And then, no, actually the other way. You fling like this towards you, and then you just keep auto attacking them, harassing them. And then, I guarantee you, you are gonna win the level 1 trade already, establishing lane priority or lane pressure. So if they come close, you are just gonna perma fling. You're gonna use sitting in the bush, they come near to last hit, auto attack. And if they're gonna go for last hit, and you see, okay, they are gonna go for the next last hit, I'm gonna hook them, jump towards him, and then I'm gonna fling, and then you can win the trade. Or like I said, you can set up ganks very easily using your lantern so your jungler can come. Otherwise, oh, I forgot to mention the skill order. The skill order is gonna be, you start with your third ability, then your first ability, and then the second ability. But the maxing order is gonna be second ability, and then, wait. Second ability and then third ability, if I'm not wrong. Let me make sure I wrote it down correctly. No, actually, first ability. I mean, if you want to be more play, I've seen people go third ability max, but yeah. Usually second ability max, then first ability max, and then third ability max. But some people actually go for third ability max. So it's up to you to try it out. Mid game, like I said, you are the roaming genius, trying to make plays happen on the map. I'm gonna sit here and get the pew, jump on him, fling him back, and then my teammates can finish him off. Obviously, You can jump towards minions as well. Pew. If you try to escape, you can use it like this. Oh, oops, I missed. Thanks. And jump over. Like you're trying to escape in the jungle, you can use minions to escape. Also, like I said, if they are in the bush, you can use your hook into the bush and check whether or not someone's gonna be in there. But yeah, what makes you a great Thresh and what makes you just an average Thresh? I think the ability, being able to set up ganks correctly, being able to roam like a genius, making plays happen. But obviously, you need to be consistent with your hook shots, and especially the hook flash, kind of tricky. But yeah, I think that's gonna be it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you guys enjoyed it, then definitely leave a like. And yeah, sad that Thresh lost his skull identity on the default skin. Anyways, subscribe if you guys want to see more guides. Amazing, like really amazing Camille video is gonna come out soon. So definitely stay tuned for it, and I see you next time. Bye bye.